hello, and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition, the edition that is strictly and entirely and exclusively aimed at people who want to improve their manifesting abilities. That is the reason why you are seeing on your screen now and will continue for the next few minutes to see just this picture. I want to minimize the amount of visual distraction. What visual distraction can do, especially in a two-dimensional or screen type thing, you're watching this on a laptop, desktop, your phone, whatever, it's two-dimensional. That automatically makes you a spectator, not a participator. That is not a good position to fire up your imagination and then to improve your manifesting. That really kind of stops the process. So you're only going to have this one picture up on the screen through the entire reading. Some people close their eyes. Think of it as an electronic campfire. They just close their eyes and they just listen to the story unfold. That really kind of opens up their imagination. A lot of images come to mind because we're tapping into your subconscious. We're tapping into your database, your experiences, your emotions, your thoughts. So I don't want the visual distraction. Actually, walking out in the world, on the street, in a store, whatever, that's three-dimensional. That's a different situation. With a screen, you are at a disadvantage. I don't want you to be that way because you have work to do. So let's get to it. Bottom row, middle card, that's the oracle card. This sets the tone for the reading. And today it is higher power. Ooh. You want to talk about being plugged in. That may be the ultimate plug-in for anybody. Because it's really tapping into something more than yourself. Very difficult to achieve. We do from time to time. And generally speaking, it is like a flash of lightning. It's here, it's gone. But we want to try to sustain that, make you aware of that higher power that is within you and surrounds you. But the way you have been conditioned in society, you are cut off from that higher power. They do not want you to be able to reach that higher power because it puts you in control, not them. And that's really, at this point, what life is all about. Us versus them, the old Pink Floyd stuff, right? They are trying to control. I mean, they're trying harder than they have in recorded history. Do we acquiesce? Do we give up? Do we surrender? Or do we tap in to our higher power? Your choice. Always your choice. Let's begin. Bottom row all the way to the left, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, well, first of all, Pentacles are things that we value. Please, 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 please get the idea of money out of your mind. Money is simply a tool to buy stuff. But it is really not a value. What's a value? Love, happiness, friendship, those kinds of things. Peace, those are values. These are things that stick with you. These are the glue that hold your life together. So pentacles are things that we value. We're looking at the Ten of Pentacles, which says there's kind of a completion in the sense that you are pulling together or have pulled together your value system. Because that's what we're talking about. What's important to you? I don't care what society says. It makes no difference. What's important to you? Okay? Is it happiness? Is it family? Is it love? Is it health? What's important to you? I don't care if it's milk chocolate. I don't care. What is important to you? Ten of Pentacles says you are in the process of establishing a good set of values or have done so recently. You've locked them in. You know what's valuable to you, which means number 8 here, the 8 of Cups, you're walking away from things that you're used to. Cups, we often talk about love, connection. And to an extent, that's true. To an extent, that's true. But the fact of the matter is, cups are things that we are attached to, voluntarily or involuntarily. For example, your parents. Their conditioning power over you is phenomenal. You are, in effect, a version of your mom and dad. I don't care whether they were there all the time, they weren't there all the time, or you just imagined you were an orphan, and so you're imagining what it would be like. Doesn't make any difference. Their power, very, very profound, for good or bad. Now, there are a lot of people who have parents who are cruel, mean, and yet somehow people still love them. Well, that's where I get to the idea of love. Love is a connection, but it is not necessarily voluntary, and it's not necessarily love or positive. It is something that you are used to. It's always been there. They've always been there. Hey. So when you get the Ten of Pentacles deal, when you get your values set, you find out that you're going to have to walk away from something or things, someone maybe, that you're attached to. I don't think you are going to mind, because at this point you do have your value system set. You do know that you are trying to tap into a higher power. So what you're doing is just walking away, a new direction. You're burning bridges. You cannot go back. That's, I think, the thing. And what may be happening here is you are beginning to understand, to some extent, your role in the universe, so to speak. Your role in life here on the planet. It's like, for example, if you see something that's particularly astounding, you can't ever forget it. It leaves an impression, and that's where you're at. That's why the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from the old way, the old attachments, and never going back. Because I can't go back. They're not part of my new value system. They're not helping me tap into my higher power. I want the Nine of Wands. I want to stand up. I want to be counted. I want a life that I'm plugged into. And that's what the Wands are all about. Excitement, enthusiasm, positivity. Yes. And the Nine of Wands is saying, look, I got the set of values now. I know what's important to me. I'm going to walk away from the stuff that's not important to me, and I want a life that is much more me. Much more me. In fact, the Ace of Pentacles right next to the Nine of Pentacles emphasizes that very much. You are looking for a life where you feel plugged in. You are not just looking at life going by, but you are participating in your life on some level that means something to you. It's part of your value system. Very, very important. Let's go up top. Second row, Five of Swords. Swords are thoughts, ideas, beliefs. Five of Swords is a hollow victory. See the guy there? Yeah, you can see him. Standing, holding up sword. He has 4 swords that he's holding onto as well on his side. Yes, he's won the battle, but what did he win? Nothing. Nothing. Five of Swords, like I said, is a hollow victory. It's sacrificing integrity. It's useless conflict. You are beginning, and I think that's part of the Ten of Pentacles, it's part of the Eight of Cups. You are understanding that the game you played was a game that you were going to lose, no matter what. It didn't make any difference. You were going to lose. Rules were stacked against you. You wasted a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of thought. You argued and bickered over nothing because it really didn't mean anything to you. But you did it because you were expected to do it. That's what you do, okay? But the Five of Swords says no, and that ties together with the Eight of Cups. No more. No mas. Next card over is the Knight of Pentacles, and next to that is the Page of Swords. You're changing your thinking. You're changing your value system. Again, we're emphasizing the idea of a new value system somehow. It doesn't mean you throw everything out, but it means you're very selective. And the Page of Swords says that you're very selective in cutting out what doesn't work for you anymore. You're not just chopping off heads. You're being surgical. You're picking and choosing what is really important. Honesty, integrity. You're ready for this higher power thing in your life. You're ready. Next card up, Ace of Pentacles. And the reason you're ready, because you want to solidify what's really valuable to you. We started off with the Ten of Pentacles, saying that you are in the process of putting your priorities in life together. The Ace of Pentacles says you're going to do it. You're going to do it. If you haven't done it already, as we're listening to this, you are going to do it. You are deciding what is important in my life. Too many things changing, too many things that I was attached to that I had no input, too many things that dragged me down. I was not tapping into the higher power. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. And the final card in the middle, up top, vice versa card, is the Magician. Okay, that's realizing your potential. Okay? And that's the reason why you have the Eight of Cups. You can't go back anymore. You are beginning to understand, geez, I'm pretty good. Not perfect. I'm pretty good. I'm going to like myself more. I'm going to appreciate myself more. I'm going to be kinder to myself. I'm not just going to play the role that I've been told and conditioned to play. I am reformulating my life, and I'm going to start from the ground up with my values. What is important to me? Not my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, my grandfather, my people I work with. I don't care. What's important to me? That's what I reach for, because I want that Ace of Wands. I want to be tapped into a life where I feel like I'm plugged in, and I'm determined. Nine of Wands. So all of this is, and it's amazing that the initial card was higher power, and the one on top of it that designates, that kind of wraps up the reading, is the Magician. That's what this is all about. You can do magic with your life. I know. People will tell you that's full of baloney. Got it. They're wrong. And that's why they're trapped. They don't trust themselves. They don't like themselves. They don't believe in themselves. You have this opportunity. You can touch that which is more than you. You can tap into that higher power. Believe it. Do it. Know it. You are committed. This is a rare time. We got this new moon. This is the time to make the statement, doggone it, I'm going to have the life that I want. It's not going to be perfect. I get it. But even in its imperfection, that makes it perfect. I am tapping in to my higher power. Oof. Great reading. Back tomorrow again. I think we're going to do the Tao trifecta. We're going to take a look at the energies for health, wealth, happiness for the week ahead. We'll do that tomorrow, and then we'll go back to our regular manifesting reading. So we'll look forward to that. Hopefully we can get together tomorrow. If not, between now and the next time, we have a chance to do tarot together. Peace and blessings. And as always, please fire up that imagination. Be inspired, even in small ways. Be inspired. Be more than you.